Let another adventure begin here, today. We're at Canberra's #1 beach. Just in case anyone was wondering, Canberra does have beaches. As you can see, we've got 1 and 2. But we're going to start here. We're not too far from Yalwal, so we're going to head down. We might even do Mintbush today, flex track, just a little outing for the day. A couple of fun little tracks for you, and just produce another video. Good to get the rigs out and keep them going, testing them. First real test of flipped arms. So it'd be interesting to see how well that goes. So we're just on our way down to the bottom of Mintbush, and we're going to start our video there and sort of give you the look of it back up, which, you know, a lot of people go down to Monkey Gum and end up at the top. I've just gone through this little boggy section. If you follow me on social media, you'll see this video. We didn't film much. Gemma might put a clip in. And magically, I don't know how, nothing was even in the way. I've snapped my quick as fan, which has come straight off the water pump, gone through the radiator, and broke my shroud. So now we've got to flat tow this all the way back up. So this has just turned into a recovery pretty much. I'm just trying to take my shroud out so I can get my fan out. That's the shit bit. So it's a quick as fan too, so it's like a $700 fan. It's broken. Shroud.
Broken.
In pieces.
How are you gonna get home?
So I'm just hooking up recovery. So I've just got soft shackle.
May as well do some educational.
Yeah, it's only the second time it's happened on the same track. Soft shackle through my tow hitch, which then will go down to this, which will just go to the bull bar. It's only going to be a light soft pull anyway, just because we can't turn that car on. Because as you can see, it's already leaking water everywhere. So we're on our first little bit. It's just a little flexi section that we've got to pull through. I'm just going to have a good look at where I'm going to hopefully drive through this. I'm going to have to kick the motor over just a little just to get brake pressure back again. I sort of don't have anything. And then to put on a couple of things, I need to make coil retainers for the rear because my coils keep falling out and they go back up, they're not seating properly. So now one of my back ones isn't seating properly, so. Alright, so this is probably not a great idea, but I'm opting, I think, just to drive this little bit. If I can do it low and slow and controlled, drive for 30 seconds, turn the car off. I shouldn't be overheating it. My temp gauge is actually down lower than it normally runs, so hopefully we're not cooking it too much. Just a quick 20-second, 30-second drive up, turn the car off, back to flat towing. So I'm going to hook back up now. I think Gemma's going to have to reverse back down to me a little bit, flat tow with no car on, all the way back up top. This has turned into a pretty good recovery. Pretty good recovery. I just got to source car trailer because I don't want to leave my car here. Fan. I've got a fan at home. I need viscous hub oil, radiator, shroud. All driving, eh? We love it. It's fun. So 79 is currently towing itself, or driving itself and another car up Mintbush, which is pretty good. Doing pretty well at the moment. I'm not driving, I'm passenger, I'm just steering this other car. So Gemma's doing pretty good. We're nearly at the top. We're getting through this bit, the next little bit, then there's a tiny little bit of flat section, and then you're sort of in the top bit of Mintbush, which is not the hardest, but there's a lot of weaving in and out. So with the steering, it's making it pretty hard. So a little bit wet, but Gemma's getting through it. She's spinning little bits of wheels here and there, but a little bit of power out and off we go. So up to the next little bit now. So this is the final bit of Mintbush. Then we just got to work out the getting home part. We're an hour and 45 from home. The entryway of Mintbush, or the exit for us today. A couple nice little spots up through here. Like I said, a lot of crossing over, just ruddy and weaving in and out, and that's all it really is. It's not super hard, you don't have to take the hard lines, you just cross over. We're at the top of Mintbush now. We made it up. It's half the challenge. Now we've got to get her all the way home. I think what happened with my water pump, I don't know if I mentioned it, also smacked me diff on that rock on the way out. I think what happened with my water pump is I went through a bog hole the other day and I thought I put the fan through the radiator then. Just turns out it was the shroud that come off. But I think what it might have done is just fractured the actual water pump, because it's a quick as fan. It's the second time it's happened. And then I think under high RPMs it's just spat the dummy and put itself through half me engine bay. So now I've got to find the hard way home, hey? Awesome. So update, we're just driving back out to the road, or I'm getting flat towed out. I'm just in here just snapping gears for the fun of it, because I've got nothing better to do. Nah, just being a dickhead. Don't want to do that. Don't want to accidentally dump the clutch. But anyway, just getting flat towed back to the road. We've got a car trailer. It's actually closer to here than it is to our home, which is good. So then that way we can get there quicker to go back again. Hopefully tonight I'll get back into town and I can I can put up on the groups around town, see if anyone's got some parts for me. Don't know how well you can see me here. It's 10 past 9, 20 past 9, we're back down here. What are we? Yeah, 20 past 9. So I've got the 79, got a car trailer, ready to go. Car's still here, all in one piece. We'll go and drive it on up now. Get on home, we're not going to get home till about midnight, so we're all loaded up now and it's 9:32. I think everything's tied off pretty well. I got 4 straps, one each corner. Old Sean taught me a little trick when he done Tyler's car up in Coffs. When we were tying his off, he showed me a little trick how to tie off cars on a trailer. So if this falls off, it's on you, Sean. Best thing about having a rear view camera, so I've set up rear view cameras in the 70 anyway, because we used to have a canopy, is I can still see if it's on, even though it's pitch black. Well, we made it home at about 12:30 last night. Time to roll it off, put it in the shed. I've already sourced parts. I'm picking up Savo, so hopefully I have it back on the road in a day or two. We've got half of this part already. We've already got the radiator out. To get the radiator out, you've got to take your battery tray out. And battery, obviously. Take my timing cover off. Because to get to your water pump, you've actually got to remove this cover. Which you've also got to remove, I believe this is for your camshaft. When you take this off, there's a little key in the side of in top end of this. Don't lose it. I'm just going to go mark a few things with paint texter just so they're all lined back up where they were to begin with. While I'm in here, I'll explain to you how to do your top dead center. So, to make sure everything's timed correctly, you got a little notch here, and then you got your top dead center with your notch in your cover there. You got a top dead center down here with a notch, and there's a little notch taken out of that one as well. And then down here on the actual crank. So you got a big notch there with a tiny little notch also on that. When you get all 3 lined up like that, that's when you've got them. The only thing you've got to be careful of is, I believe your camshaft and fuel pump do 2 revolutions to 1 on the crank pulley. I believe it is. Pretty sure that is. Don't hold me to it. I'm not an actual mechanic, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. We just went and undone this, which is your cam pulley. Now you got to jam it to undo it because it's just going to continue to rotate. And then you should be able to get that off, and that in there is your little key. There's a little key in there which sort of helps align everything, so don't lose it. It's only small. Brand spanking new one. Look at this. Beautiful. This one? Shit. Dead. Brand new. When I broke my first one, I brought 2 because I thought it'd be good to have a spare, and it is. Cool, so we just went and picked our parts up. So I got my radiator, second hand. It's out of a HDT. I believe it's going to fit. If not, I'm going to make it fit. Coolant, since I'm got all the timing bits off, I'm doing a timing belt because I'm not sure when that was done. Another fan just in case, and a new shroud. So ready to go and chuck it all back in the car now. Set this up on a little bit of a time lapse. That's it, guys. So it hasn't even been a full day. It's 4 o'clock the same day, and we've got it all back together. So this is a HDT radiator, genuine one. My fill point on my HZ one was over here. I don't know if the one in here was a genuine or not, but I had some vacuum hose to run over. That's just for the reservoir anyway, backup one. I just kicked it over just to make sure it didn't leak. I had a little bit of coolant in there, but now there's no leaks in here, so I'm going to go fill it up completely and then bleed the system. In case you just haven't bled the system, you got to have the fill point here at the highest point. With these HZ motors, you've got to turn your heater on full ball because your coolant actually circulates through your heater core. so you've got to actually open that up for it to flush around. You might end up using a bit more coolant. I'm pretty sure it's like 12 litres or something. So I'm going to go fill this up, run it and see what the temperatures are, see if it's any different, because this shroud and radiator are a little bit different to the ones I had in there. So the temperatures that were coming with it weren't that bad, but we'll see how it goes. She's all bled. Temperature's holding fine. I'm going to drive it around the block just to make sure it holds pressure perfectly fine, but I haven't had any dramas at the moment. Yeah, a bit of an odd video for you this time. A bit unexpected, to be honest, but sometimes these things happen. I thought, hey, why not show exactly what's going to happen through this process? I'm sure someone's going to say something about my mechanical skills because I'm nowhere near a mechanic, but I got it done. It's running. It's all that matters. Please, please, please subscribe to the channel, support me through these journeys, and I'll catch you on the next one.